Good afternoon, everybody. This is Tommy Jordan, Stanley County Commissioner and spokesperson. Can I say spokesperson? Spokesperson for the Stanley County Mask Avengers or Mask Force or whatever you want to call us this week. There are a bunch of amazing people that have been making face masks for Stanley County. We started by making them for the school at their request, and then we started making them for group homes, nursing homes, educators, families, individuals, groups, companies. Didn't matter. People just kept having a need. And these awesome people just kept making masks. And so my job in this is to kind of just sit here and take phone calls and be a face for it. So I'm the one you see, but I'm not the hero that does the work. But I want you to know that in the last few weeks, solely off donations alone, these amazing people have made 1,776 masks of a variety of configurations. And here's where it gets to be awesome. The reason for the variety of configurations is materials are hard to come across and they're expensive. So fabric is cheap. I'm going to Walmart and buying cotton at $4 a yard off of people's donations like yours. And then we started having to buy elastic, and well, then that dried up. So then we switched to twill tape, and well, that dried up. And so a couple of things have happened that I want to share and I want to brag about, because these people, well, you can't go around and hug people right now, but if you could, these are people that you should hug. And so when you can, when it's cool to hug people again, I want you to go find them and I want you to hug their necks because they're freaking awesome. So, number one, Premier Fibers out of Ansonville. One of our team of seamstresses is heavily involved with that company. And when we found out that, hey, we're out of elastic, we can't keep making masks, it just showed up. She's like, here, the company donated it. And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet of twill tape. That's the stuff on the sides here. And then thousands of feet of elastic. It just showed up. And it takes a lot of elastic to make a mask. You might be surprised. It takes about 20 inches to make one. So let me see, 20 inches to make one. So it would take 60 inches to make three. So 5 feet to make three masks. So I mean, it doesn't go as far as you'd think that it would. And this tape here, to fit an average sized person, this tape is 3 feet long, and that's really not a lot of scrap. By the time you put it on, it's enough to go around your head and leave about that much. So it takes 6 feet of tape to make one mask to go around my admittedly big grape. So this has all been done off donations so far, and then so Premier Fibers just steps up and goes, here's this just giant bulk order of supplies. And they say, if you need some more, just call us up. So we Facebooked them and they got us some more. And so thank you so god awful much on behalf of all the people that have benefited from the almost 1,800 masks that we have made, because very little of that material, the elastic and the twill tape, was actually bought. Most of that was donated, and that huge donation primarily came from that company. That leads me to our second piece of awesome news. Today, I can finally talk about it. I've known about it for a week, and I've been busting at the seams wanting to say something, but I can't. So today I can. It's okay to talk about it now, so I'm going to talk about it. We got a grant. Yeah, a grant. Little old us, nobody. Got a grant. Who'd have thunk it? So I'm talking to one of my teammates on our little closed Facebook group here. We're talking about masks. And they said, hey, you think you could use a grant? I was like, what, for real? Yeah, we need a grant? Yeah. What? Are you serious? A grant? Yeah. Yeah, we can use a grant. How does that work? And so it's the Stanley Community Grant Fund team. And let me start by saying they have a lot of amazing, very qualified people they could have chosen to give this grant to. And I'm sure they have more grant money, but still, they could have chosen to give all that to other people, and they chose to reserve a portion for us. I don't know how much money they get. I don't know how much money they give out. I do know that they amazingly chose to give us, not one, not two, $3,000. Do you know how many masks we can make with $3,000? That's a lot of masks. Tell them, Lynn, that's a lot of masks.
That's a lot of masks.
That's a lot of masks. That's like 1,500 masks. And they've said, hey, if you need to buy supplies, buy supplies. If you need to buy stuff for hand sanitizer, because they know we're doing a hand sanitizer too, they said, that's fine. The whole goal of this grant is to provide materials for those that can't afford it. Not for agencies, not for government, not for schools that can buy it, because we've been doing that for people that can pay for it. This grant was specifically given by them to our team to provide for those that can't afford it. So what we have done we partnered up with the YMCA. So we called the YMCA and said, George, guess what? George Crooker's the CEO of the YMCA. Said, George, guess what these guys want to do? So we told him, and he was excited. The Y is huge in this community. They've done great things for the community, and they continue to do great things. They have partnered with us. They are accepting the grant on our behalf because they are a registered 501c3. They can do the bookkeeping. They can keep everything clean and proper the way it's supposed to be, and account for the records and account for the funds and the expenditures. And they've also agreed to volunteer to help. They've sent us volunteers. They sent 2 people today and said, hey, how can we help? What can we do? And I said, well, if you really want to, you can go pick up some completed masks from this person and take them to the Y. And you can go pick up some materials from this lady drop off materials for this person that needs them. So the Y is volunteering to be a clearinghouse for us to process this grant. So thank you, YMCA. They're also offering their labor and their building. So during business hours, we are dropping materials off at the Y, hand sanitizer and masks of all kinds, and now we're making some kids masks. We get sanitizer in various sizes, and all of this stuff that's being done, that's going to the Y, is because of this grant. That's why we're not charging for it. We are telling people, and I'll be clear about this, and I'll be upfront so there's no confusion. When you go to the Y, if you want to donate, we will take the donation. We certainly will. But understand the supplies that you're getting have already been paid for by an agency, the Stanley Community Grant Fund team, that bought this for you to have for yourself, for your home. And that's awesome. That's amazing. If you want to donate, we will take it because we will just pay it forward to other people that don't have it. So thank you so much to the Stanley Community Grant Fund team for selecting our mask team to be part of this and to be a recipient of this. And thank you for allowing us to work with the Y. Thank you, YMCA, for agreeing to work with us and make this happen, because it's just a bunch of volunteers. That's what we are. We're a bunch of volunteers. And I'm not. Y'all haven't seen me sew a mask yet. There's a reason. It would look like it'd be a disaster. I don't sew. I can cut fabric back there with Lynn. She's at my house today cutting enough fabric for how many masks? 600.
Yeah, I've already got 400 something.
She got 400 masks cut that are ready to go to the seamstresses and be delivered, and we'll drop it off at their house, and they'll cut it up. I'm sorry, they'll not cut it up more. It's already cut up. They will process it and turn it into one of these or one of these. So thanks to donations from people like Premier Fibers for materials to allow us to make this, and thank you so incredibly much to the Stanley Community Grant Fund team for the simple, amazing $3,000 grant to allow us to continue to make stuff for people and not have to focus our efforts on finding money. And I mean, it's just been difficult, but it's been a blessing, and you guys are awesome. And if you know these people, you know, like I said, you can't really give them a hug right now, but when the time comes that you can give them a hug, go find them and hug their neck, because they're awesome. Thank you all so very much. We're going to keep doing what we do, and you guys, you stay safe. Oh, I'll go ahead and share this real quick. If you need a mask, and I'll do another video on this later. If you need a mask, the Stanley County YMCA in Albemarle on First Street, the black doors, that's where you can get them from during the business hours. However, please do us the favor. Don't be greedy. Get 1 or 2. If you have 2 kids at home, maybe get 3, maybe get 4. But don't ask for 15. These volunteers are very nice, so they don't want to tell folks no. But it takes a lot of people to make 50 masks in a day, and we can go through 50 masks at the YMCA in an hour and a half like that. So we're making them as fast as we can, but just remember that there's a lot of work involved in these, and we have to get some for everyone. So if you need one, come to the Y and get them. If you need, if you want to buy masks from us, we are we are able to make them at about $2 a mask. Again, it just covers the expense of putting them together. It takes about 71 cents in material. It takes about 40 cents in elastic, and then the ties and everything else, and the Ziploc bags and the filters. So if you want to donate towards masks, great. But the thing is, this grant allows us to simply give them away. That's awesome. Thank you for giving us this grant. Thank you, Y, for partnering with us to distribute these masks. Thank you, people, for spreading the word. Stay safe. Tommy Jordan, I'm out.